Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jody Misiak. Sometimes we can talk ourselves right out of something fun. And I was reminded about this when one day after school, my daughter comes home and brings a track and field permission form home. I'm like, oh, you want to join your track and do track and field? And she's like, yeah, is that okay? I'm like, of course it's okay. And she's like, yay, I'm so excited. And I was like, well, which part do you like? And she's like, long jump. And so excited about track and field. So excited. Fast forward to bedtime and we're talking about things and my daughter's talking herself out of track and field. Like, I don't know if I'm going to have any friends in track and field because track and field at her school starts at grade 3, which she's in. And she's in a 2-3 split. And most her friends, like there's only a few people in grade 3 in her class. Anyways, so most of the people she hangs out with on a daily basis aren't even able to go to track and field. So she has no idea who's going to be there. So she starts talking herself out of something, like out of it. It's like, but I don't know if I'm going to know anybody. I don't know who the coach is. I don't know, like just on and on and on about what could go wrong or not, the unknowns, right? So whenever we're doing anything new, it's panics. We can get panicked. Be like, I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know if this and that. And I was just like, it's okay. I'm like, we can, and I was just talking to her about like anytime we step out of our comfort zone, it can feel uncomfortable. And I'm like, I can be there for you, like on your day or, like just think like I'll be there cheering you on. And I was just, I was being her little cheer squad and I was sharing with her and telling her, like it's okay to feel this way. If it can feel uncomfortable when you're doing something new, it can be scary when you're doing something new. And she said the cutest thing. She's like, Mom, I hear your voice in my head. She's like, when I'm at school, like I just hear your voice in my head. So it was like a beautiful moment where apparently my little cheer squattingness is in her head, cheering her on at school when she's having a hard day or a hard time. So it was beautiful. But it also got me thinking, how many times do we, like kids do it too. Like my daughter's 8 and doing it. How many times do we talk ourselves out of doing something? I know I talked myself out of moving across the country for years. My husband and I talked about moving somewhere warmer or with we did so much talking. And to the point where we talked ourselves right out of something, right? Until we didn't anymore. And we're like, let's do it instead of talking about it. But how many times do we want to do something and we're excited? We're so excited. And then somebody tells us that like, oh, that's silly, or you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, or what are you thinking? That's crazy. How many times do we do that, right? Like my daughter had the support behind me where I'm like, yeah, that's an awesome idea. Like all the time, like no negativity standing in her way other than her own thoughts and her fears. And we sometimes don't have that. We don't have somebody walking, it's okay, like you got this. And like we don't always have that. And we can talk ourselves right out, especially if somebody else projects their own fears, right? Like a lot of the time people in our lives, they will say something that we're thinking because they're picking up on our own fears. And actually, as I recorded this today, is our first day of track and field practice. And she got lost in the unknowns again. Like, where am I going to change? I don't want to change. And where am I, like, who's the coach? And things like that. So my husband dropped her off and was able to ask who the coach was, go talk to the coach. And because my daughter was in tears from not knowing and like just so afraid of what the unknowns. So it was like helping her move through those unknowns. And then my husband left her in like such a great place because she didn't have that anymore. We can get so far away from what we want to do because we don't know all the answers. We don't know what it's going to look like on the other side. And I know like it can be scary because we did that too when we moved. The unknowns. And there's so many times I almost talked myself out of it. Even though, Like we sold our house and I was still trying to talk myself out of moving across the country. I'm like, well, maybe we should just move somewhere else in Ontario near water. And that didn't feel like, the moment I said it out loud to my husband, it didn't feel right in my heart. But how many times do we not listen to our heart, and we listen to our fears? It is so easy to talk ourselves out of something just because we don't know. And I had my own moment of this not that long ago. So things are starting to open up and things are fun and we're finally, socializing, and I'm going to like trivia nights with friends and like rock and roll bingo. And I realized that they also have karaoke again. And I was so excited. I almost took my daughter once, but it's late at night, like at her bedtime, because I'm like, who else am I going to take? And then I discovered a friend of mine karaoke's. And I was so excited. I'm like, okay, awesome. The next time it works for both of us, like, let's go. And I've been so excited. And then one day I caught myself going, oh my God, I can't do karaoke. I haven't karaoke'd since before I met my husband, and I spiralized. I was spiraling out of control with fear. It's like, I can't sing in public, la la la. And I was just spiraling, trying to talk myself out of it. And, I felt those nerves in my stomach and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm talking myself out of something that I've been so excited about. What am I doing? Like, I was so excited to find out that they have karaoke again. And I was excited to find a friend to go with. And there I was, trying to talk myself out of it. Now, I haven't gone yet. It didn't work out. My friend was away the last time they did karaoke. And here's hope. Like, I want to do it and I'm going to do it. I'm not going to talk myself out of it. I'll try to remember the next time, or when I do it, to share, just so you know that I am walking my talk, because it's so important. I can talk and tell you like, yeah, you should do this or you could do that. And I could just be sitting here and hiding out in my little corner of the world and doing nothing. But I wanna share my experience. I'm gonna feel probably like I'm gonna throw up when I'm up there, but I'm gonna move through it. And I used to love karaokeing and things like that, so I look forward to it. But it's been over a decade, probably 2006 or 5, maybe, probably 6, maybe 7. Anyway, somewhere back then, a long time ago, when I hung out with a crew of people that loved karaoke. So I would drive like an hour away just to go karaoke with some friends. So how often have you talked yourself out of doing something? Maybe you're in the middle of talking yourself out of something. The cool thing about fear is what you're waiting for is on the other side of it. So you just got to like take a deep breath and walk through it. We don't know what's going to bring, like what tomorrow's going to bring. We don't know what, applying for a job is going to, like, are we going to get it? Are we not? What is that job? Am I going to be good at it? We don't know those answers. We don't know until we try. Like I said, I had so much fear about moving to British Columbia from Ontario because no one in my family did it. I was the first one, and it's like, I'm going to be away from family. And I was so focused on what I was leaving and like what I knew versus what I didn't know. But my heart knew more. Well, not more, but like my heart knew. Like I had to listen to my heart finally. And fear is such a fun thing, isn't it? And I know I've talked about this before, so I don't want to talk too much into the fear itself. But that's how we talk ourselves out of things. When we're trying something new, when we don't know what it's going to look like, all the unknowns, we can talk ourselves out of things because we're trying to fill in the blanks. Our brain is like, okay, well, how is this going to go? How is this? Like, have you ever found yourself having a conversation with somebody before you actually saw that person? And then you're like, oh God, this conversation is going to go horrible. Like it is going to go so sideways, or like you dread meeting up with that person or whatever. And we can talk ourselves out of something, or we can make something more miserable than it really needs to be. So it's about opening up space and allowing things to unfold as they will, instead of what we think should or what might happen. Because it's only our own minds creating like what could, what possible things could happen, this and that. And I'm even reminded of, we can have fears for other people too. Like my husband was worried about my daughter going rock climbing because it's like, stepping out of her comfort zone. It's like, is this going to be like a frustrating learning moment for her or an us or not? And turns out loves rock climbing. So we can also get in other people's way of thinking. And it's about being mindful of when fear steps in. It's not being mad at it or frustrated or even feel like even ashamed of it or like any of it. It's just being there. Oh, hello, fear. How are you today? Okay, like let's work this out. Recognizing when you have fear. You don't have to fear it and you don't have to be afraid of it. It's there. We have those moments. Breathe through them. And if you need to, like my daughter needed to, is get more information. Like, where are we meeting for track and field? Do I have to change into gym clothes? Where do I change into gym clothes? Who's my coach? Like all these things. Get answers to your questions the best you can anyways. And here's the thing. You're not going to know exactly how it's going to play out. You're not going to know. Life is a constant, shifting, beautiful thing. We don't know what everything is going to look like. And that's okay. It's kind of exciting, actually. It's a little adventure. Life is an adventure. And it's allowing yourself to enjoy the ride. I hope this has helped. And just, send yourself some love and maybe talk yourself into something that you've been putting off. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.